Hello, it's Blue Orange 22. Obviously, Russia has invaded the Ukraine. I'll just make a short video about it. I guess as a men's rights activist, I feel I kind of have to address it because it kind of ties into conscription and the draft and male disposability. Let me just start by saying Vladimir Putin is an evil psychopath and a murderer, and I blame this on him. There's a weird thing on social media right now where it claims that Republicans and right-wing people, and I guess I'm more on the Republican side, but I feel mostly moderate or independent, but I still identify sometimes as a Republican. But this weird thing how Republicans are somehow like supporting Putin or blaming the Ukraine. Let me just tell you what I think and what every Republican I know personally is saying. This is 100% Putin's fault, and he's the one responsible. He's a murderer. You know, people are dying right now that don't have to die because of him. So I might do a longer video on this, maybe talk about the draft and conscription and male disposability in war. I obviously don't want to discount the fact that there's always civilian casualties as well. So of course, women die in war as well. I will just say I sometimes it strikes me like when I forget what network it was, but it was saying this morning, and unfortunately the count's gone up since then, but it was saying like 50 dead, including 20 civilians or something. And it's like I understand saying that, but it's almost like people forget that soldiers are still human beings just as much as a civilian. A soldier is just someone who used to be a civilian and now has equipment and a uniform. And I understand obviously the difference between targeting soldiers or targeting civilians, but don't forget a lot of soldiers don't actually want to be there. Um, and I'm not just talking about now, I'm talking about in general throughout history. I would say probably most soldiers throughout historical wars were drafted or conscripted or they volunteered out of a sense of need, to defend their country or an urgency to defend their country, not because they actually want to go into battle and get blown up. I just think we kind of forget about that. But, you know, I might do a longer video and kind of analyze this more as it progresses. For now, I'm mostly just kind of watching and seeing what happens. I've seen some really insane footage of combat, um, like up close, and of course that one with a fighter jet shooting the missile into that family's house. I mean, it really is just awful to see. But so that's just kind of me checking in on this. I am watching it. Also, Twitter banned me for saying some not so nice things about Vladimir Putin. I basically said, hypothetically, if Vladimir Putin was no longer with us, it would be good news for the world. And they banned me for encouraging violence. Like, really? Twitter? Okay. I mean, I've seen much worse things said about Trump and Biden on a daily basis from people who don't get banned. And like, Putin is the one you're going to defend? Really? Okay. But anyway, so it's February 24th, 2022 on Blue Orange 22, and I'm just watching the news, and it's unfortunate, but we'll see what happens next. Um, Obviously, my support for the people of the Ukraine right now. Hopefully, this is resolved peacefully as soon as possible, but I'll have to wait and see.